Introduction: the wolf in sheep's clothing. We lock our doors, we set alarms, we secure our computers with passwords. But what about the seemingly harmless objects we use every day? What about the charging cable for your phone? Could it be a wolf in sheep's clothing? The digital age has ushered in unprecedented convenience, but it has also opened doors for cunning cybercriminals. These individuals are constantly seeking new ways to exploit our trust and access our valuable data. And sometimes the most unassuming objects can become their weapons of choice. This essay delves into the hidden dangers lurking within our charging cables. We'll explore how these everyday items can be manipulated to steal your data, spy on you, or even inject malware into your devices. But don't worry, we will also arm you with practical steps to safeguard yourself in this electrifying game of cat and mouse.
A charging cable seems simple. It's just a wire, right? Wrong. A charging cable can be much more than meets the eye. In the wrong hands, it can become a powerful tool for hackers.
Think of it as a hidden passage into your device. Hackers can modify these cables to embed malicious chips. These chips can then interact with your phone or laptop while you charge. You wouldn't even know it's happening. The scary part is that these modified cables often look and function like regular cables. They charge your device like they should. This makes them difficult to detect. It's like a Trojan horse hiding its true purpose behind a facade of normalcy.
Imagine this. You're at the airport, your phone battery flashing red. You spot a public charging station. Relief washes over you as you plug in your phone. But beware, this seemingly innocent act could expose you to juice jacking.
Juice jacking is a form of cyber attack where hackers use public charging stations to steal your data or install malware. It's a simple but effective trick. They modify the charging station or the cable itself to create a data connection. As soon as you plug in, your device becomes vulnerable. Hackers can download your contacts, photos, and even passwords. They can also inject malware that can track your every move or steal your financial information. The threat of juice jacking is real. It highlights the importance of being cautious with public charging points. These are often unsecured and easy targets for hackers. So the next time you need a quick charge, think twice before plugging into that public kiosk.
Data is the new gold. Hackers are constantly looking for ways to steal it, and a malicious charging cable can be their key to your digital vault.
These cables can be designed to siphon data from your device as it charges. They can intercept information like your login credentials, browsing history, and even your credit card details, and you wouldn't even know it's happening. The data transfer happens silently in the background. It's like a digital pickpocket, stealing your information without you ever noticing. These cables can even store the stolen data for later retrieval by the hacker. The implications of this are huge. Imagine your entire digital life being compromised through a simple cable. It's a chilling thought, but it underscores the importance of being vigilant about the technology we use. We live in an age of surveillance, but did you know that your charging cable could be watching you? It sounds like something out of a spy movie, but it's a real threat. Hackers can modify cables to install spyware on your device. This spyware can then access your camera, microphone, and GPS location. Essentially, they can turn your phone into a surveillance device. Imagine your conversations being recorded, your location tracked, or your every move monitored. This is the potential reality of a compromised charging cable. It's a stark reminder that privacy is becoming increasingly fragile. The idea of a cable that spies on you might seem far-fetched, But the technology exists, and as with any technology, it can be used for good or for evil. It's a wake-up call to be more aware of the potential threats lurking in seemingly innocuous objects. Malware is a constant threat in the digital world, and a malicious charging cable can be a silent carrier of these digital viruses. Hackers can use these cables to inject malware into your device without you ever knowing. The malware can be anything from spyware to ransomware. It can give hackers complete control of your device, steal your data, or even lock you out of your own files. And it all happens through a simple act of charging your phone.
The insidious nature of this attack is what makes it so dangerous. You might notice your device behaving strangely, but by then, it might be too late. The malware could have already done its damage. This highlights the importance of proactive security measures rather than simply reacting to threats.
The dark web is a hidden part of the internet, notorious for illegal activities. And it's also a marketplace where malicious charging cables can be bought and sold. Hackers can easily purchase these modified cables online.
They can then use them for their own attacks or even sell them to other criminals. The ease of access to these tools is a worrying trend.
The dark web provides a cloak of anonymity for these transactions. This makes it difficult to track down the perpetrators. It's a reminder that the digital world is not always a safe space. We must be vigilant and aware of the threats that exist in this hidden corner of the internet. The threat of malicious charging cables is not just theoretical. There have been real-world cases where these cables have been used to compromise devices. In 2019, researchers demonstrated a modified iPhone cable that could remotely hijack a computer. The cable, dubbed OMG cable, looked and functioned like a normal cable, but it contained a hidden Wi-Fi hotspot that allowed hackers to remotely access the connected device. This case highlighted the potential danger of these seemingly harmless objects. In another case, a security researcher developed a proof-of-concept charging cable that could inject malware into Android devices. The cable, called Proof-of-Concept Evil Charger, used a microcontroller to deliver the malware payload. These examples serve as a stark reminder that the threat is real and evolving. The good news is that there are steps you can take to protect yourself. Awareness is the first line of defense. Be cautious about where you charge your devices, especially in public places.
Avoid using public charging stations if possible. If you must use a public charging station, consider using a charge-only cable. These cables only allow for power transfer and block data connections. This can prevent juice jacking attempts.
Another tip is to use a portable power bank. This way, you can avoid using public charging stations altogether. Always keep your devices updated with the latest security patches. This can help protect you from known vulnerabilities. The digital world is constantly evolving, and so are the methods used by cybercriminals. The threat of malicious charging cables is just one example of how everyday objects can be weaponized. The key is to stay informed and be proactive about your digital security. By understanding the risks and taking simple precautions, you can protect yourself and your data. Remember, in the world of cybersecurity, knowledge is power. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and stay safe in the digital age.